Missions just wrapped up their first homestand of the season, and opening day was certainly one to remember. That's because members of the Missions' new ownership group were on hand, as well as Baseball Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan, who was signing autographs. NBA Hall of Famers David Robinson and Manu Ginobili, members of the new ownership group, are also there. And it's not every day you see the Admiral be part of the first pitch. Let's see how the Missions finished up their series at Frisco today, and the Rough Riders take this one by a final of 12-2. That means San Antonio is now 3-6 on the season. So this is the first season for Missions' new manager, Luke Montz, originally from Louisiana. Montz was a catcher from 2003 to 2015 in the minors. He also played 23 games in Major League Baseball. KSAT 12 Sports sat down with Montz last week to get his early impression of being with the Missions organization, as well as learn about the man himself. So we wanted to know, what was his first impressions of seeing large aircraft flying close to the Wolff, something you don't usually see in a baseball game.
As soon as I signed here and took the job and they flew me to San Diego, they told me all about it, and just like, you know, heads up, you'll see planes and big aircrafts flying over daily, you know, during BP, during games, and it's neat. It is cool. You know, just sitting there coaching third base or being in the dugout, the guys taking BP, pitchers throwing, everybody looks up. You know, you don't get to see that on a daily basis anyway you're doing anything else in life, you know, so I don't think it'll ever get old. You know, maybe just look up, you know, there's another one, but to me it's a very cool thing, and it's cool to see the crowds. Every night they look up and see it, and these people live here, you know, so it's very cool to see every day.
Definitely very cool to see. Another neat thing about the Missions is the fact you can see multiple mascots at the Wolff, mainly Jalapeno and Henry the Puffy Taco. So what does he think of them?
It's cool, and I still ask today, because I caught myself asking last night in the dugout, which one is our mascot, like the team mascot. You know, there's two of them. So for me, as a father of two daughters that come to a lot of games because we travel together and we're together full time, my daughters love it. You know, so every night they each have their own favorite, and guess what? They're both like the opposite one of each other. You know, so it's cool. You know, but I was asking our pitching coach Jeff, who's been with the Frisco Rough Riders for the last 9 or so years, and which one is our team mascot and stuff like that. He remembers coming over here as a visiting pitching coach, and he loves them. He's like, oh, this one's going to do this inning, and all that stuff like that. So it's neat.
Montz had been called up to the majors too, once in 2018 for the Washington Nationals and again in 2013 for the Oakland A's. He hit 2 home runs when he was called up. So what happened to those home run baseballs?
I got my first Major League home run ball back. The fan threw it in Philly. Came back to the dugout and I got it. My second home run, which I would have loved to have today in Yankee Stadium off of Andy Pettit. Fan throws the ball in. Vernon Wells is playing left field for the Yankees, throws the ball to the bat boy on the side, and Coco Chris is standing on top of the rail, and he's waving, trying to get it, and the bat boy tosses the ball up in the stands in Yankee Stadium. You know, we never got the ball back, you know, so, but to have my first Major League home run, you know, authenticated and at home with me, to have my first Major League hit, my first Major League RBI, all 3 of those balls, it means a lot.
Montz also shared with us the very first time he played in the majors happened against the Atlanta Braves, and it too involved a Baseball Hall of Famer.
I'm warming up a pitcher that I caught all year that year in the minor leagues, and our pitching coach is Randy St. Clair, and I'm just like, Randy, my hand is sweating. I can't. It's warm in Atlanta, but I said my palm of my hand is sweating. He was like, young man, you better let it go, and here we go, you know. So he, a veteran pitching coach, and just trying to help you out. You know, the third batter of the game, Chipper Jones digs in, he puts his head down for about 35 seconds and just gives me a speech of a lifetime under his breath. You know, just, young man, I know it's your debut. I'm 25 years old, and damn, how does Chipper Jones know this, you know? And it was cool. It was a very awesome moment, and those things that last a lifetime.
Coach added during the interview his favorite baseball movies are The Sandlot and Sandlot 2, largely because of his kids. And he loves Cajun food since he's from Louisiana. His go-to food has to be red beans and rice. That is pretty tasty. Thanks, Coach Montz, for sitting down with us. Now here's a look at the Mission's schedule this week. They are on the road at the Corpus Christi Hooks Tuesday through Sunday.